I'm running out of space. But without further ado, what's up, everybody? It's boy Free. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Rap League. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Young OG, aka
You know
Hood
it.
Vegan, Hoagie
Ghetto
Bear,
vegan. Yeah, hold it down, baby.
and Border Eye always cries.
Sort of guy.
No, but no.
No.
Always cries.
It's okay.
Light
Border
skinned
eye
eyes.
always. Yeah. Ooh, that's she fire.
Ooh, bars.
She fire. Look.
That's stupid.
What an album, man.
So we got another great episode here for you guys today. Today we are talking about two of hip hop's greatest contributors, greatest legends, greatest artists, greatest lyricists, just great all around, like two goats in their respective rights. We are talking about Jay-Z and Nas today. Honestly, it was like the hardest decision I've ever made when it comes to deciding which one was better because they're both so damn great. It was really hard to decide like who was going to come out on top on this one. Like, the catalogs are just so vast. There's so much, greatness in each and every album that I really couldn't decide.
I would say for me it was kind of a no-brainer based off the criteria. The criteria made it real easy for me. So
Okay.
for me it was a little the other side. I was more leaning towards a flawless victory.
I'd say maybe one or two rounds are going to be debatable for me, but I otherwise would think, yeah.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
What about you, Sort of Cry? How about you?
I say, even though I like one better than the other, I'm gonna have to go with the other because of their longevity.
You sound mad crazy. The other? You kidding?
The other, yeah, you sound nasty.
Yeah, I don't. You lost me at.
It's because I like one better than the other one, but I'm not trying to say it right now.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
All right, so I guess we gonna get right into it. Let's
Round one.
Round one.
Round one.
All right, so talking about lyricism. Now, I'm gonna save my judgment for the end, only because like I just want to dive deep into like the background of both these guys, because when it comes to lyricism, like they're no stranger to each other. These guys had a beef that was years ongoing. Like their beef changed the face of hip hop forever. So I'm gonna save all my judgment for the end. So, real quick, who do you guys like as far as like you battle lyricists between Jay-Z and Nas?
Nas.
Low key Nas.
I felt like I like Nas' music better. I liked his bars better. I was able to relate to some of his stuff better because I feel like a lot of his stuff, he had more positive music here and there. Not all of his music, but like he had the I Can song, you know what I mean? The If I Rule the World one, like those two are the main two that I listen to the most. Jay-Z, on the other hand, I felt like I was like, all right, he got skill. He's iconic.
That's an understatement, but okay.
I look at him as a legend, but I'm not a.
I think he'll go far.
In my eyes, he's a legend. Like I see that he's a legend. He's a legend, but I wasn't a fan. Personally, I wasn't a fan, but I see why he's labeled as a legend.
So why is he labeled as a legend?
He's labeled as a legend because he tapped into every part of the hip hop culture. He worked with one of the very first guys who brought fashion into hip hop. He's owned Rockaware and he pushed that to a great limit. And he's still in the hip hop culture businesses. And he's one of the wealthiest hip hop artists today.
We're talking about music though.
Music though. This is straight lyricism. So we're talking about
music though. Why is he a legend in music though?
Because
Blueprint
still going.
He's still going.
Because he's
He
still
had
on.
okay.
Get a
He had
damn
four
album.
for four. 4 for 4. Wait, how
That
many years?
you skip. Yeah, you should have started off with 4 for 4. You should have started off with 4 for 4. That's
I
what
just woke up, man. I
you
just
should have
woke up.
started off with the 4 for 4. That's what I'm saying.
I just woke up, man. Okay, like look, but yeah, like
4
4
for
for 4. He was able to. I
That was
always.
crazy.
It was a good album.
A good. It was a great album.
Okay, let me explain it.
Oh
All right.
my god!
I thought it was just a good album. You know what I mean? He was
4
able
for
to.
4?
I'm
Why is
explaining
everyone keep
why.
on at that? Why can't y'all
I'm
call it what time it is?
444,
I'm
whatever.
gonna let him go because it's good.
I'm gonna explain why.
I
I respect the album a lot because it
Okay.
showed how he, as a man, matured. You know what I mean? He made an album after all the shit he did in his relationship. He came, made a great
Allegedly.
album. Allegedly, we already know. I mean, I still don't see how you cheat on Beyonce. But anyway,
Allegedly.
you know, as a person who likes the positive type of hip hop, I listened to the album and I was like, oh, this is this is very positive. This is very different take on the stuff that Jay-Z does. I just feel like he didn't deliver as well as he could have. I'm being real. Because, okay.
You think that's the best Jay-Z album, Rob?
Wait.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's his best album.
The name is.
But because I look at it like this, I see a lot of artists who try to go to positive way without talking about the usual they talk about. They don't deliver as good as other artists when they talk about positive things. Like a lot of artists have better bars when they talk about, you know, money and hoes and all this other stuff, and like they can make billions of different bars talking about that stuff. But when they go from the heart and talk about all positivity, a lot of them struggle. You know what I mean? I do get that album won mad awards and stuff like that, but it's Jay-Z. Of course he's going to win. He can make a song that is terrible and still win awards because it's Jay-Z. He will win them because of the person he is, because of the legend he is. I think 4 for 4 was a great album. It just wasn't as great as people put it on a pedestal.
So here's my question,
bro.
4 for 4.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I just want to say the album was nominated or won a Grammy. One of the songs, 2 of the songs. But go ahead.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Probably
So,
the one with Nina Simone in it. Probably that one.
if 444 isn't a great album, tell me a great Jay-Z album.
Thank you.
The Knock one.
Volume 2, Hard Knock Life?
Hard Knock Life?
I like that one a lot. Personally, I like that one a lot.
Like the whole album.
The whole album.
Like, yeah, the whole album, not just one song. Like,
yes.
So you like that over 444?
Yes.
Well,
but, I mean, at the time of it when it was released, I listened to that album a lot more when I was the youngin'. You know what I mean? And then when 444 came out, I listened to it, but I wasn't overly impressed. Because I'm coming from listening to artists like, you know, that been doing the positive hip hop scene, like Lecrae and Indie Mineo, and I seen how they did it. And like, it might just be me being biased, but you know, I listened to his way of doing the positivity, and then I listened to their way.
I'm telling you, yes.
I wasn't.
That wasn't a question.
I'm telling you, yes, yeah.
I'm basically saying, like, I've listened to other people do the positivity style hip hop, and they did it better.
Okay, now you keep saying positive.
That's just one album.
Why you keep now 4 for 4? You said it was positive, or
because he was talking about real stuff. He wasn't talking about the same bullcrap that other hip hop artists talk about.
Saying he's more
he do that on all his albums, though.
Huh?
He do that on all his albums.
A lot of majority of the albums is the same old stuff. Like
every album,
he changed over here and there.
You
and
ever heard
he
Watch
has,
the Throne?
Yeah. Which one is that?
Watch the Throne?
Wait, hold on. You have to look up Watch the Throne? Did you say what it is?
Yeah. Whoa.
I've been working a lot, okay?
No.
But I went back. I went back to the beginning.
Now we get it. That's
This is weird.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, I got
Alright.
it.
Like I noticed, like all his albums had like a song or two that had more of like, okay, I get what you're talking about. You're talking about some real stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know what Rob's point is anymore.
It's safe to say that every album, that's what is every Jay-Z album. He always talks about something that he always talks about his personal life.
Right.
But not in every single song. Maybe a song or two.
On every album, though. That's why
444 was the entire album.
Even in his beginning, when
like,
he dropped Reasonably Doubt, that whole album
That's what I'm
is just
saying.
called autobiography. Like all he was talking about is his upbringing in Marcy Projects, him singing dope, and until like making records.
Every album you get the same. It's like listening to Pusha T. You get the same. Now, if you want to say that his 444 he opened up because he had to, because Lemonade came out before that, he kind of got to go into my marriage bag. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But to say positivity, I don't know. I don't know about it. Because no, you said it right. You can't really go from Lecrae, you know what I mean, to End the Medium and then go to Jay-Z. That's just no lie. That's just like going to Kirk Franklin to 6ix9ine. It's like, yo, this nigga, what the hell going on here? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't. This dude, he talking about sticky with the blicky. No, I don't want to.
But 444 that was its purpose, to be reflective and be mature. And since he has all this money, he made it this far. That's what the purpose
exactly.
I mean, that's why I rocked with it. I just wasn't overly impressed by it.
What's the album with Justin Timberlake?
I don't remember what the album is, but I know the song.
Yeah,
Holy Grail, Magna Carta, Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That's what Timberlake. Yeah, the one before that. I think that's the one before that. But yeah, that was a whole positivity thing. We need to stop sagging our pants. We need to wear more shirts. You know what I mean?
That's not Blueprint 3. I think that's after Blueprint 3.
That's after.
I think that's after Blueprint. Yeah.
That's after Blueprint 3. What was it? But all right, let me ask you two, Bogey and OG. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite Jay-Z album?
Probably the Black Album.
Okay.
I'm not really a album guy. You know, I'm not really an album guy. I always pick songs out of each album, but for me, because Jay-Z, he always, for what I like to listen to, he always talked about stuff I never knew nothing about. You know what I mean? Like he was talking about, like in 2005, he was talking about Protects and Jets and owning shares and stock. I didn't know nothing about that. So for me, I would say the best album. Long story less long. I would say the best album. My favorite album is 444 because I understood everything he was saying. I was old enough. He was talking about past stuff. He was talking about new stuff. He was talking about a lot of business stuff, and I can reconcile with it. So mine was 444 due to time.
I think the thing for me with Jay-Z is just like by the time I got to ingest him for myself as a music listener, he was already like filthy rich. He already. I had to go back to hear I had to go back to come up before he was the businessman.
Right.
Exactly.
And like, what was it? That's what basically Jay-Z was. Now I don't know what the fuck Sort of Cry over there was talking about, but that man's music has elevated, and he's told his story every album.
Every album.
The story of the the guy from the projects who went on to sell drugs, make a record company, make massive businesses. Like just become a whole entrepreneur mogul. Basically that's what it all is to me.
Yeah.
So now going over to Nas, I feel like Nas is the same exact thing. However, though, he doesn't really talk about his business ventures as more so the state of hip hop itself. He talks about like where hip hop came from to where it is now. And he always tries to keep that street knowledge consistently flowing in his music. Like, what was it? Like if you go back to like 1994, right? We got 3 major albums dropping that year. We got Ready to Die by Biggie, Illmatic, and Reasonable Doubt by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Now Illmatic voted best rap album of all time. And the reason being is because like going back listening to that shit, it spoke volumes in a level that honestly I can understand because I'm not a street dude. But like the picture that he painted through his lyrics was just so vivid.
Yeah.
Like you could really just like see from your mental what he's talking about. Like if either grew up in that environment, like back in the first episode, Young OG was talking about when he was saying Lil Wayne. People in the hood will relate better to Lil Wayne because they're from the hood. Same thing like
Yeah.
Nas. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
what
That
was
was
it?
that, that was the disparity at some point because yeah, like you said, the relatability. Not even though Jay-Z they was in the same spectrum. It's just like, for instance, it's just like a J. Cole and Meek Mill, right? J. Cole, Meek Mill, from the hood, from the ghetto, from poverty. It's just that one of them talk about still living in it, and the other one talk about some astronomical type stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the majority part. So it's the same thing. Jay-Z and Nas, I relate it like that. It was just like Nas was, yeah, we got money. I'm rich, but we're gonna still talk about what people going through right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Now, fast forward, just only a couple years later, Biggie dies, which creates a whole hole in New York for the king of New York spot. And now we got Nas and Jay-Z bowing out for the title. I think it was Jay-Z who said something first, in response to the song Nas did, where he stated that Pac, Biggie, and himself were the three greatest hip hop artists, of that time era. Um, then Jay Z comes out, saying that he wants to be the king of New York because Nas just claimed he was the king of New York, and that's what kind of started. Well, not didn't start it, but that's what kind of like was the first blow towards each other, like both trying to claim the crown at the same time. Um, and in the DJ Vlad interview, Memphis Bleak explains like the first diss that came back from Nas was actually through him because Jay Z kind of used him in a way to start the beef between him and Nas by
Nas, yeah.
what was
That's
it?
the thing.
What was that song called?
No, not Jigga. It was
Is that your chick? Is that your chick? There we go.
That's Your Chick, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
because what
that
was
your
it?
chick?
What
Yeah. That's my
now?
song.
What was it? Nas at the time had a girl, Carmen Bryant. She did another TV interview where at the time she was messing around with Jay Z, and like she ended up getting pregnant by him, having a miscarriage and all that. But Jay Z throws a jab at Nas, and what was it? And is that your chick? Like that whole verse, he was talking to Nas basically about what he was doing to this girl, about
Yeah,
dogging
right.
her out, not holding her
Mm-hmm.
hand, using her just for sex, and mistreating the shit out of her. You know, Nas, what was it? I don't think he came back with anything right after that. Like I think his first real comeback to Jay Z was Ether, and in my opinion,
Yeah,
Ether between Ether and the Takeover on the Blueprint, Ether was the best dish, out of
Yes.
the two.
I got Takeover.
Why
Really?
you always gotta be like that, Dion? So fucking.
I'm
it was
telling you. I'm
definitely
telling you.
No,
I
I want
got
to hear this. Yeah,
I
I
got
want to
What
hear
did
this.
you
Takeover.
call it, Rob? Easter?
I said it was definitely Ether.
Easy. No, why Ether? Why Ether, brother? I want to
Oh
hear
my
this.
god, why do you just gotta do this to me?
Because you said that too quick. Why Ether?
I thought that was general knowledge.
No, I mean
I
that's
thought
like
so too.
one of those back and forth kind of things between Ether and Takeover and shit. But
I
I
like
want to.
Takeover. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not even gonna pick on. I like Takeover because it was a better song to me. Like when I like what year that came out again?
2001.
2001. I played Takeover. I played Ether because I remember Ether. Ether when I started listening to Ether, that's when I was first starting to come up with raps in my head. When I listen to Ether, just this is personal. This is just all personal. I always speak from that because everybody got different opinions. Personally, when I listen to Ether, it made me want to rap. When I listen to Takeover, it made me want to be better than rappers. That makes sense. When I listen to Ether, it's like, yo, this
Yeah,
beat hard, yo. I'm about to craft up some 16s. But when I listen to Takeover, I'm like, oh man, I'm all right. I gotta go back into the lab. All right, I gotta craft something different because Jay-Z just said some crazy stuff. So that's for me personally. So that's why I had a different effect when it came out. But the general
no,
consensus is Ether. But me
I just think
personally,
Ether has better digs. Came at him for the way he looks.
Now, Ether was just like to be honest, like that's the equivalent to like that's the blueprint of kill shot right there, in my opinion. Like, you know,
That's what I'm saying. We always
uh
it always comes back to kill shot.
He lost. Yo, he lost. I guarantee you put a poll up. I guarantee Eminem. If people say
if
Eminem lost,
if I
Okay.
put a poll up, no one's gonna respond to it. They respond to the first one. I doubt they respond to the second one.
I was talking about like a personal socials,
Oh
but
shit,
nah.
that's even
I,
worse. No, those
so
are
round
personal.
one, it seems like we got the majority consensus is not.
Mhm.
Listen, now me personally, so I'm gonna go with Nas too because like Nas. I grew up with both of them, but Nas
Of
just
course,
Nas just has those lyrics like he tries to still talk about hip hop more versus Jay-Z, where it's more so talking from a more business aspect. Now, if
CEO
we're
type. Yeah,
like now if we're just talking about straight lyrics that refer to the rap culture, Nas does
I'm
talk about the rap culture a
Definitely
lot more
Nas.
versus Jay-Z does.
so I got Jay-Z.
All right. So what was it? And I think what was it Border Eye said Nas and Kobe, what you was with Nas too,
Chaz.
right?
I said Nas for the imagery, for Illmatic, if I even had to pinpoint one album.
I'm
Yeah.
saying Nas because I can listen to the whole song and not just the hook sometimes.
Okay.
That's just me
Okay.
I could
personally.
also do that with a Jay-Z album.
I mean,
That's just me personally. I said.
He's gonna get that out. He's gonna get
Nah,
so
because
so.
like when I go back,
I hate.
when I was listening to some Jay-Z songs, I was like, yo, I remember this. I'll be jamming, and then the verse comes on, I'm like, okay, I got tired of it. And when I go back to Nas,
Yeah,
I just feel like going in with the whole song nonstop.
Fascinating.
That's just me.
I,
But
I
Holy
give it to
Grail was
both.
on Magna Carta. I think I found it.
Okay.
I didn't know because y'all were talking about it and y'all weren't sure. It was on Magna Carta. The album cover where it says Jay-Z and it's the line through it.
Did you look up Watch the Throne too?
Yeah, I seen where that was. I didn't get up
oh
that far.
my God, you gotta wait. You gotta go
It's
from. You
crazy.
gotta go to watch. You gotta go to Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, then
Yeah.
Watch the Throne,
Because
then
I
the Holy
ended at
fucking Grail.
Blueprint and then I started researching the other two
So,
artists.
quick question now: did you listen to like Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint Two? Like,
I said I got up to Blueprint. I didn't get past Blueprint.
you did not get
Oh, so
past
you
Blueprint.
skip. So you skipped all that and go to four.
I always start from the beginning of their career and listen all the way up. Jay-Z has a large amount of songs,
Catalog
man. He has a
Yeah,
big
but
catalog.
album. I don't got a lot of albums, but yeah, a lot of songs.
Albums
But
and
fair
songs.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So round one, the general
Nas is
consensus
easier
is
to go through.
Nas.
well, yeah, round one, I'm gonna give
Cuddy,
that to
because he
Nas.
got a lot of music.
But all right, so round two, talking about the contribution to hip hop. Now, when I say contribution to hip hop, I just want to emphasize let's also just try to stick to the contribution to hip hop. I know Jay Z is big into business and all that stuff, but let's not, let that make our decisions for us. Just want to throw that out
Yep.
there. All right, so
Go
who
first,
do
Big Red.
you
What's up? What you got?
personally? I'm going with Nas again. Honestly, I'm going with Nas. Like
Whoa. Okay, I gotta hear this. I
Wait,
gotta
for
hear this.
contribution?
To hip
contribution
hop.
to
I
to
gotta hear
to,
that.
to hip hop and the rap culture. Now,
Yeah.
Okay,
Jay Z. Don't
here's
get
my
no.
thing. Here's my thing.
No, let him
There's
go. Let him go. Let him go, boy. I need
okay.
this. Please
Let
listen
him
to me.
get
I
his
need
shit
this.
off.
I need this. Oh my God. Go ahead.
The only reason I'm saying Nas is right because now, like I said, Jay Z is a businessman. He helps the rap culture by being a businessman, by starting businesses and creating new ways for artists to prosper in the rap industry, like he did. Through record labels, through clothing lines, deals and such. But Nas, he promotes hip hop through hip hop. Like he's like the street poet that never stopped. Every album from Illmatic to the Lost Tapes Volume Two, which he just released last year, it's all the same thing of consistent him speaking knowledge into the rap game. talking about black empowerment and how the music industry uses rappers for their own agenda. I just feel like the knowledge he gives is crucial. To upcoming artists and people who want to break out to the rap game. Not saying that a record deal isn't a good thing to have, but like you see artists nowadays, like Megan Thee Stallion, like she signed a record deal that she didn't even know that she wasn't even getting on for money.
They always do
Or
that though. This
That's
is
why you gotta
being
read it.
dumb. Nah, you come from a poor place, and then someone offers you a bunch of money that you don't even know you could be getting way more money than that.
yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
just
That's
saying.
how
why
it
you gotta
is.
read it. You gotta have a manager read it.
Yeah.
No, now
Not
what was
even
it? Now,
reading it. She gonna take it. If you was sophomore, you a sophomore in college or junior in college, where she was,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody offer you $10,000, and then you can start doing shows at $3,000
yeah, you
every
would be
time you
crazy not
do
to
a
take
show
that.
and you book. You
You'd be
gonna
crazy
take
to,
it
yeah, you go crazy.
until you start getting big. With that nobody knew she blew up in the same year, and you like, wait, I can get. They just gave me 100K for a show, and my contract says I get three. Nah, something wrong.
Right,
Like
exactly.
how Chad said, it is how the you're gonna take it. You're gonna take
Yeah.
it unless you're gonna wait it out. Because they
No,
spending money into her.
Mm-hmm.
They put money
but
into it. You know?
what I'm saying is like like if she had the knowledge beforehand, like I'm saying, like because not a lot of people go into these things with the knowledge. They just like you guys said, they just going it for the money aspect. And I just feel like the knowledge that Nas gives new rappers coming up, and plus, people in general on the history of hip hop and the state of the culture, it's just so invaluable to everybody. Jay-Z makes businesses and helps rappers once they get to a certain level. That's not happening for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be some regular Joe schmo walking walking to Rockefeller and walk out with a record deal. It's just not
Mm-mm.
happening. You know what I'm
No.
saying? But you can get when it's built though. You can go to the hip hop museum that Nas is building in New York and absorb the culture that hip hop has created, and that can help influence you to probably better yourself in your music. Like have some structure that you probably didn't have before. Like it gives you knowledge, and I feel like knowledge is a lot more valuable than the monetary aspect of it all.
When does that open?
It was supposed to open in July, I heard, but I don't know if that's the case with.
Cause we gonna take a field trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's do
am,
some
bro.
vlogging,
That'll be
guys.
awesome. I was going to the hip hop museum when it opens, getting some food from New York.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Shit, that shit. I spent what was it?
They are schooling
$10
us on food that we should not be
sausage and
eating.
cheese.
Exactly.
Sausage, egg, and cheese out fucking New York one time. It's terrible.
You
I'm
got on
Dollars.
a
never going.
truck?
No, it was some deli in Times Square. Now, in my defense, was we went during New Year's Eve, so everything was you know.
Overpriced, of course.
Overpriced and mass produced.
There was a dude outside next to the bullpen selling cold ass large pizzas, $20 a box.
$20.
$20 a box.
That's
But it's
disgusting.
cold.
New York hard like that. And
And look, when you get into the bullpen, you're not allowed to leave that bullpen. So, it's either take the cold ass pizza or starve for the next 12 hours.
New Year's Eve in New York is a one-time thing. Like I think the
It's a
holidays
never again thing.
I think the holidays are nice, but can't do that every time.
I saw a
That's
crowd of
Corona
people.
Central at this point.
I saw a crowd of people just like mob from one line to the next. When they shut one block down, they opened up another one. Niggas was just haul ass and through the streets. Like you saw a lady just scoop a child up out of nowhere. I don't even know if it was her child. She started fucking running. What was it? But so but getting back to this fucking
Anyway,
podcast though.
So we got Big Rail. Your point was he's done more stuff
as far as
hip hop
giving them
related,
exactly
giving out
Just
knowledge.
hip hop
yeah,
related
he
means
values the wisdom more than the monetary contribution.
You
Or
gotta,
I
you
don't
gotta.
know, the
I
musical.
need more than that, Big Rail. I need more than that. I need
I
more than
feel,
from
yeah.
lyrics.
You sound like
I
Gandhi
need
right
more
now.
than from
See,
lyrics. I
what was
need
it?
more from lyrics because if that's the case, Tupac is. If that's the case, Tupac lyrics wise, game and we still listening to.
Not cause what was it like? Now we all right. Let's talk about like artists who got brought up by both people right now. Jay-Z clearly
Yeah,
has the bigger catalog of helping bring artists up.
more.
The clear it's a clear no brainer right there.
Yep.
Nas, he's got some people, Bravehearts, Davies.
Yeah.
What was it? He helped start Noriega's career. He helped guys like AZ,
He helped
Mobb Deep.
start because Noriega been rapping for a very long time because
No,
he
he
was with
did.
Big.
He
Yeah.
did, but what was it? Did you see the Drink Champs episode where Nas was on? And Nora was like, like he contributes his success in the earlier days to Nas, for putting him on, around that time period when he was just starting out. Because at the
Okay.
time, nobody knew who Nora was until he hopped on track with Nas.
Hmm.
So what was it? It's
Still though, Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Still.
you trip. Yeah, I see how you try to flip it, but come on, man. When you change the landscape of rap every time, every generation, kind of gotta give it to the man. You know what I mean?
okay.
You
So
kind of
wait
gotta
now.
when you change the most. You talk about hip hop, you talking about Biggie. When you start talking about Biggie and how like when Jay Z had not inspired him, but in a sense of rapping wise,
mm,
come on, man, you kind of gotta,
All right. Well, all
you
right.
kind of
So
gotta.
if you want to talk about changing landscapes, then I could go right back to Illmatic. Illmatic changed the landscape of rap for every generation, including the one that we're in now. What was it? The cover art for Illmatic inspired people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Eminem. Like,
But the person who put Jay Z put J Cole on, right?
Yes.
yeah,
Big Sean.
Jay Big Sean, right?
Probably
And
right.
the
mad.
dude was
Mad niggas is
the
too
dude.
many.
Bro, he helped DMX with his album when he was the head.
It's too many
He was the
sons.
CEO of Def Jam.
So let me ask you a question. If we're contributing all
Beanie's
this,
wait, no, I'm not done yet, bro. Beanie Siegel,
yes, state property,
state property.
state property, yes, yeah. I know. What was it? Like I said, now,
Lee, who had a platinum album.
but let me ask you this question though: if it wasn't for Nas and Illmatic, would we have the Jay-Z we have now?
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Of
It's been a
course he
long
would, because
time.
he elevated. He
No,
elevated.
no, but hold wait. Now, do you know when he elevated though? He elevated after Illmatic came out because before Illmatic came out, Jay-Z was rapping fast as shit. When he was with Jazzo, this
Mm.
man was
Biggity
spitting ball.
biggity.
Yeah, like he wasn't sitting there talking like at a calm level, like talking about himself. He was just rapping what the fuck ever. You
So
know,
you saying that Jay-Z, you saying
it,
that Nas was the reason Jay-Z is what he is now? Because you talk about, now you talking about lyrics, because you saying that if it wasn't for Nas, that Jay-Z wouldn't have put the people he's been on. He wouldn't have helped DMX. He wouldn't have helped the whole. You know how many people was with Def Jam around that time?
well, around the time of 2001 when it was big, or what
No,
time?
no. We just talking about your point, bringing superseding that he was the so superseding that he was the CEO of Def Jam after Russell left.
Yeah, you
So if it
talking?
wasn't if it wasn't for Nas, then he wouldn't have been the CEO of Def Jam.
What was
We
it?
ain't talking about the way he rapping. We
He
talking about his
he wouldn't have
contribution.
gotten he wouldn't have gotten probably the opportunity to be the CEO of Def Jam because if he wouldn't have listened to Illmatic and copied some style from Illmatic, he probably still would have been rapping fast. And Jay
We
Z
I'm
would probably wouldn't have.
it's
He wouldn't have.
always hindsight is always 2020. You know what I mean? I can't say that. I can't say that because you know what's the song? What's the song? Marcy Projects. He rapped slow on that, and that was like 95.
No, wait, that's after Illmatic though. I'm talking
What
about '91 when he came out like with Jazzo, what was it, the originators and shit. Then he did some other shit. I forgot who the fuck it was with, but before Illmatic, before 1994, this man was a fast rapper. He wasn't talking about his life at Marcy Projects. He wasn't talking about him selling drugs.
what?
Before Reasonable Doubt, show me a song where he was talking about that.
You don't remember the mix? You don't remember Clue mixtape before it was a mixtape? You don't remember the radio show Freestyle in '93?
No, I don't remember that one.
Okay.
I don't remember that one. I don't
Okay.
remember that one.
Okay.
No.
I just think this
But
is a correlation, not a causation sort of thing.
no, it wasn't.
That's my opinion.
Nah.
Fair enough. It wasn't because my personal opinion. Because like if you listen to Jay-Z music, he quotes Nas as being a huge influence on his rap career, on his real style of rap.
That don't mean he made him though.
But his what was it? Jay-Z.
Yo, who's the best player in the NBA? I mean, who's the all-time great in the NBA?
All-time great LeBron James right now.
No, all time.
Right? Of all
Michael
time,
Jordan.
right?
Michael Jordan.
Right.
Michael
Right,
Jordan.
Let's
That's
say
what
my
it is.
right. You know, if you go, you can go to a Michael Jordan interview since Bill Russell inspired him. That don't mean if you know what I mean.
Okay,
It don't
here's the
hold
thing,
no
but
weight. It's
Michael
like
Jordan didn't
you
base his
gotta have
play style
talent though.
around Bill Russell though. Jay-Z based Reasonable Doubt basically around Illmatic. The whole rapping style that Jay-Z was doing on that is the same way that Nas was rapping on Illmatic.
You still forgetting Blueprint. Because if you think let's think about it. What was the next album from Nas after Illmatic?
After Illmatic, it was the Volume 1, forget that shit was called.
Volume 1 that didn't sound nothing like nothing sound like the Blueprint. It sound
No.
exactly. So your point, I see your point. Your point is Illmatic was this whole thing, and then Jay-Z started switching style up, right?
For
If that was
Reasonable
the
Doubt.
case,
And then
Jay-Z
on.
next album would have sounded like Illmatic next album, which it didn't. It sounds totally different.
Well, no, what was it? I'm not saying that Jay-Z stole the entire style, like he's just copying him, like song for song. But he adapted Nas's style, the way he was rapping. He
I disagree.
he made it his own because like
That's,
what was it? In Ether, what was it? You can Nas was talking about how he stole his style from Biggie and used it in his raps. The same thing can be said about Nas. Like what Jay-Z did, he just took a formula of like his favorite rappers, their styles, molded it together and perfected his own style. Not saying that it's a copycat, but he perfected his own style based off of other people's style.
and
And that
based off
start.
that, Jay-Z contributions to hip hop is all around Nas. Because that's what you're saying right
That's
now.
crazy.
I'm saying
That is crazy. Wait,
without Nas, Nas's
let me get this
Illmatic,
straight.
he would have made
Let me
Reasonable
explain
Doubt
this.
the way he did. I'm saying that.
Let me explain this. Right? I'm gonna walk you through it. Let's walk you through it. Right? Big Rail, you're Nas, I'm Jay-Z, right?
Right.
You come out, you diss me super crazy. I gotta switch my flow up because it was hard, right?
Mhm.
Later on down the line, I go find J. Cole and be like, yo, it wasn't for Nas, I wouldn't have found J. Cole. What does my ear has to do with my finding talent and believing in someone?
I'm not saying that's the case right now. I'm not saying now Jay-Z has to credit everything he does. Every decision he makes to
Nothing he
Nas.
does. If that was the case, Nas would put more people on.
But what I'm saying is like the Nas contributed to Illmatic, right? This is I'm about to break it down.
Because Illmatic, I'm gonna tell you, look, before you go, Illmatic is not why hip hop goes.
I know it's not why hip hop goes. I'm not saying that, but for the people around that time period, it changed the landscape. And Jay-Z was around that time, and it helped change his landscape. So Nas contributed Illmatic to the rap culture. Illmatic helped spring forth a whole new way of rapping for everybody.
No. You can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
Don't do that.
and
Don't do that.
you can go to Complex right now, all right, and there will be many different testimonials from Vic Mensa, J. Cole, Kendrick. They will tell you that if you listen to Illmatic, Noriega will say it on Drink Champs too. If you listen to Nas is Illmatic, and then listen to every other rapper, any other rap song before that in the '80s and on before, it will not
You know
sound the same
Tupac.
as Illmatic.
You know Tupac raps like how Nas rap. You do know that, right?
Tupac has a similar sound as far as like talk about the streets.
A similar Tupac was out first.
I know, but I'm just saying they definitely sound similar, but they're not the same though.
Man, don't say they sound similar. Nas got his style from Tupac.
What was it? And what was it on Illmatic? What was it? Nas was talking about which was the first album around that time, including Biggie's album, to really talk about like drug dealers, like in a whole new limelight. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about how they wanted to emulate these drug dealers' lifestyle of the money, the cars, the clothes, all that stuff. Illmatic and Biggie's albums were the first to do it around that time period. The first to do it. Then every other
Who
rap, Biggie and Nas, and you can go
in
back
New York?
in New York. Yes. No other.
You
No other.
you big. You know who Big L is?
Yes.
Oh my! Big L, come on! You gotta come with better. Come on, man! Big L was the. Why do you think Big L was always when you talk about New York hip hop? He was the first one. Yo, we on the blocks, giving up grams. We doing it all. It wasn't Nas. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't
No, I'm not
Nas.
talking about selling drugs. I'm talking about like the Supreme Team, Alpo, Frank Lucas, like talking about these guys, and telling how they wanted to emulate that lifestyle. Big and Nas were the first to talk about on their albums were on Illmatic and Ready to Die. Then from there, from after Illmatic, everyone started talking about how they wanted to emulate drug dealers. Rick Ross made a whole career behind it by taking Rick Ross' name and talking about like his life as a big time drug dealer down in fucking Miami and shit.
But you see his his influence was right.
Who, Rick Ross?
Yeah.
Was Rick Ross a drug dealer though?
I
He was a correctional officer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He sold drugs too. You know his influence was too, right?
Who, Rick Ross?
Yeah.
What was it?
Jay-Z.
Okay, I'm not saying I said that.
Bro.
I said that. I said that Jay-Z does not.
What's your point about how Nas contributions to hip hop? Because listen, contribution is just not what you say in your lyrics. It's what you do for hip hop. What did you do for hip hop? Well, you trying to tell me Nas changed the landscape, and I'm trying to tell you, Biggie, Tupac. Because when you go to the top 5, you go big in New York. You go Big L because he was the street level. The highest on that was Nas and Jay-Z, then Tupac and Biggie. When I'm trying to tell you is as far as like giving off bars and all that, niggas don't go to Nas. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not saying like he created bars. I have not been saying he created any of that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he created bars. I'm not saying he created the whole street talk. What I'm saying is he created a new way to talk about it.
Oh, okay. This is what I'm trying to do. Who birthed this wave though? Who birthed this wave? Who came from this wave in '99? Who was in '99? Just think about the artists in 2000 and '99, 2000. Just think about it.
Yeah, well, came out 2000. Got what was it? Oh shit. You got Eminem, Lil Wayne. Got Fabulous was before 2000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? You
got 50 Cent.
50 Cent. State Property Boys, G Unit. What was it?
You got Cameron. Guess who put them on?
Jay-Z. Yes, I know. Yeah.
But listen though. I'm gonna go down the list for you. Right? You got Cameron influenced by Jay-Z. You got Lil Wayne who's influenced by Jay-Z. You got 50 Cent influenced by Jay-Z. Come on, bro. I really don't have to. The contribution.
But who was Jay-Z influenced by?
Biggie. They was in the same group.
Biggie and who? Because it wasn't just Biggie.
It was Biggie.
It was not just Biggie. Biggie was not his only influence. Like Biggie and Nas. Jay-Z was influenced by Nas.
How can you influence? Because you talking about positive or negative?
We're talking about
because
positive.
what you're saying can't be proven. What you're saying can't be
2013 interview, Jay-Z Breakfast Club. He will state Nas is a reason why he is the way he is. He was big. He was really influenced by Nas. Look that shit up. All right. I'm telling you, look, I'm not saying anything Jay-Z has not said himself. He will quote Nas as an inspiration. Not only to his music.
That's different though. That's different. You can't say there's a difference between inspiration and influence. You know that, right?
Yeah, fact.
You know that, right? D-Wade, listen, D-Wade is LeBron influenced D-Wade, right? that doesn't mean the way D Wade plays was because of LeBron. If it wasn't LeBron, it wouldn't be no D Wade. That's not saying that. That's saying that, yo, this nigga was nice and he dissed me, and I realized that I need to switch my flow up, and I did. He influenced me to do that.
Right.
He's not the reason I do it, because that's what we need to break down. It's like linguistics. We need to break down what influence means, and we need to break down what was the cause. Because the cause of Jay-Z is not because of Nas. Nas,
So
I'm gonna tell you why. That Ether song didn't even do more numbers than Takeover. So how would that? How would that change the landscape of how he do things?
no, that was after the fact. Just quick question. Before Illmatic, was Jay-Z rapping the same way he was rapping nowadays? Was he rapping out like that all?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you.
Before I'm talking about before Reasonable Doubt. Before Reasonable Doubt, when he was with like
I'm
Jazz,
talking about before Illmatic.
before Illmatic, they both came out the same year. So so before Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt, he was rapping the same exact way he's been rapping this whole entire time. Lyrics have been consistently the same, the way he's been rapping before. No.
Why would he rap the? Why would he be 50 Cent still rap like How to Rob?
Like who?
How to Rob? You remember the song that came out?
Oh yeah. What was it? I haven't listened to a 50 Cent song in years, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what was it?
I think Jarrell may have some actual rightness.
Huh?
You good?
So according to hotnewhiphop.com, Jay-Z, they talk about how Jay-Z, there's a pre-Illmatic Jay-Z and an after-Illmatic Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how Jay was rapping similar to Big L, but on Reasonable Doubt, he's spitting something more like similar to Queen's MC. And Nas and Jay-Z had a Nas sample on his track, Dead Presidents.
Yes, which he got from the what was it? It was at the end of
And he also shouted Illmatic out on A Star Is Born by saying,
you missed the whole thing. I'm not feuding at his fact that Jay-Z got his style from Nas or he was influenced.
But I get what he's trying to say, though.
I know, but what he's saying is, if it was Jay-Z now, it's because of Nas Illmatic.
Even as a person who's putting people on or something,
which makes no sense.
I'm not saying that that's all because of Illmatic. What
he's trying to say is like a domino effect, like that.
He's saying that value is
could be cause of all the other changes.
Basically, that's basically what I'm saying. If it wasn't for Illmatic, we probably would not have had the Jay-Z we got now. He probably would have been somebody else.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm not arguing that point because it's always 2020. Hindsight is always 2020. If my mom went to school, I wouldn't have lived in Trenton.
Okay.
If my mom went to college and graduated and became a doctor, I wouldn't have lived in Trenton.
All right, yeah, and I get it. I get it. All I'm saying is, look, that's just my opinion. I understand.
I know. For the sake of argument, yeah.
For the facts themselves speak for themselves as far as like which one has done more. Jay-Z has clearly put on more people, in so many other various different forms. It's a fucking no-brainer. Actually, it's because of him. Meek Mills, thought of the mindset to buy half of Liz. What was it? But at the same time, I'm just saying the domino effect. If it were not for Illmatic, would Jay-Z be rapping the way he did around that same time period and still trying to make a buffalo based up around that?
I'm going to say yes.
Or would he? You going to say yes?
What else to say yes?
I think
I'm going to say yes.
He would have found another influence.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. Because
might have been changed differently, but not completely.
Why do so? Because LeBron fade away. He's trying to emulate Michael Jordan. We never know. He might cut every time. He might fade away because of the offender is too close, so he's gonna fade away because that's the easier shot. But Mike did it every time. That's what I'm saying. Every time he fade away, it's not because he think of Mike. Oh yeah, Mike would do this. this. Nah. Yo, I'm trying to create some separation. Did Mike do it first? No, but did he watch growing up see Mike? Yes. It's one of those things. It's one of those like, all right, he did that. Because you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Big L was too. You gotta understand. See, I would go with your point if nobody was rapping like Nas was rapping. I would go with that point because you gotta realize Big L, right, and Tupac. Them the two names coming to mind was rapping slow. Was giving up the yo. We gonna do this and do that. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Wu-Tang was rapping like that too.
I was gonna
Let's
say
not forget.
No, I'm not saying the rapper soul part, because you got Rock.
But that's the only thing I'm feuding. Just to say Nas, we need to add more people to that. We need to add more people to that. You gotta add Nas. You gotta add this is on record. You gotta add Nas. You gotta add Tupac. You gotta add Biggie. You gotta add Big L. You gotta have the Wu. You gotta have all these different elements that shape Jay-Z. Right. You gotta have what's the clip Flavor Flav was with? What's that?
Public Enemy.
You gotta add that. He documented, like you said. You gotta add that.
Right, I mean, look, that's
what I'm saying. And everybody was, because I would, like I said, I would go with your point if Nas was the first person rap like that. According to my knowledge.
Right, and I know for a fact he wasn't the only person rapping like that.
He wasn't the first either.
Rakim in the '80s was rapping like that.
Big Daddy Kane.
That's
what I'm saying. That's how.
NWA. Yeah. What was it? It's it was just like what it was like. It was that paint a perfect picture. Like I'm saying, like he was the first. He wasn't the first, like as far as like lyrically to do what he was doing. He definitely wasn't. But it's just the way he did it was so unique and so unheard of.
He wasn't the first at it because he got it from Tupac.
No, the message in the music is not what I'm talking about. Yes, Tupac was doing that. I'm just saying, like, because Tupac didn't really talk about his life really where he grew up at. He just talked about like songs like "Dear Mama," being in an abusive household, single mom and all that shit. But it wasn't really like an in-depth look into his life. Like,
yeah, you see, I'm a Tupac fan. You gotta not listen to the songs that's the big songs. You can't listen to those. That's just like Eminem. I only listen to the popular songs. So he might just talk about him how he having sex with Nick Cannon's wife. But you can tell me that he might be talking about him on his acid trip. I might never know because I'm a casual Eminem fan. So when I'm a casual Eminem fan, I only know the bigger songs. Less than a minute. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. You gotta come to a consensus.
Yeah. What was it? I was just gonna say,
he got Nas.
Yeah, I'm going with Nas. Yeah,
I got Jay-Z.
I also have Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Right.
There it is.
Because he contributed through every aspect of the hip-hop
Look
culture.
at democracy.
That's fine. That's cool.
She said, "Look at democracy."
Yeah. That's cool. Dominoes, though.
Round 3.
Round motherfucking 3. Let's get into it. All right. Let's start 5. Longevity. All right. So, what are you doing? Pedophile.
So we round 1 was
No.
No, round 1 was Nas.
Right? Nas.
Yeah.
Round 2 was Jay-Z.
The democracy.
Democracy rules.
Yo, by the way, the Romans invented democracy, but that's another story. But yo, so round 1 was they also killed Jesus too. But the round 1 was
he came back.
They also invented the Catholic Church. But listen, that's a whole other episode, all right? Right. So round 1 was Nas, right? General consensus. And then round 2 was Jay-Z. Right. We had Mr. Reach God over here. And then round 3 we got longevity.
All right. So now talking about longevity, I'm giving it to Jay-Z. Like,
Yes.
Don't
this
reach.
one, yeah.
Don't
Don't
reach.
even try.
Don't. No, it's definitely Jay.
Don't reach.
Here's the thing, like, it's like they're both definitely going to be legends. They're both actually not going to be. They're both legends now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's just that when it like long down the line, Jay-Z's businesses are still going to be here. Jay-Z's,
He's got a
everything is still going to be.
dynasty at this point.
Yeah, like not don't get me wrong. Like he has that street poetry and all that, but besides that museum he's building, he hasn't really built too much that we could like go physically look at or see and be like, yo, he did that.
I feel like
So
G could come out with an album today and it will still get a lot more plays and make a lot more money and still hit charts. I feel like if Nas came out with an album today, I don't think it would do as well.
It didn't.
No.
I'm surprised you ain't go listen to that one a year ago.
Nasir?
Flop.
The newest thing I heard from Nas was when he did a thing with Little Nas X, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't like it.
That's got 145 million plays on Spotify.
It wasn't. I mean, his verse wasn't great. I was like, all right, cool.
I think
Nas this up with Lil Nas X.
What about his album with Kanye West that came out and they had a whole listening party in New York under the bridge?
Ooh, when did that come out?
That was an alright album. It was alright to me.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I didn't even know.
You know, Kanye West did it last year.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
I didn't even know about it. See, it wasn't even talked about. Honestly, I don't even.
No, it was Nasir.
Yeah, Nasir Jones. Yeah.
Oh, that was
remember.
2018. That was 2 years ago.
It don't matter. Nobody know about it. You can't name one song from that.
Nah, because honestly,
I knew it was woke though.
Better.
I know it was woke as hell.
What was it? I mean, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, though, wokeness isn't something that you can see. It's something that you got to be able to feel and care about. So, not too many people care about wokeness. So, unfortunately, that's not the case.
Especially black people. My art people.
Then, true. But then you got people like Lonzo Ball saying that Nas isn't real hip hop. People like Migos and Future are.
Okay, Lonzo Ball needs to just not talk at all. At all. This dude, he's the dad, right? That always says the dumbest stuff.
He's the dad.
Lonzo Ball is the player.
The son.
Oh, he's the son. Well, his dad says a lot of dumb stuff. The son is obviously saying a lot of dumb stuff too. He's not even good at basketball. Anyway.
Wait.
They framed him though.
That whole family just needs to shut up and just stop putting their 2 cents in.
Right. He on the Pelicans right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so he's still doing well. It's just that people did flame him on Twitter for that shit. And,
in LA, whatever. His first full year, I know when I was looking up him, he was doing terrible.
Alonzo?
Yeah, and I don't even watch football. Basketball.
Nah, he didn't do terrible.
I don't even watch basketball.
No. No.
Baseball.
He didn't do terrible. You talking about his rookie? No, he didn't do terrible. He didn't get a lot of minutes.
His dad talked him up to where he was like, oh, his dad made it seem like he was the top player, going to be this great thing. And then his son comes in and he's not nowhere near the level that his dad talked him up to.
Yeah. You're right about that.
I wish I was.
But you don't like Swiss Crazy.
Huh?
So you giving longevity? You giving longevity to
Jay-Z?
Nas?
Oh,
okay.
Man. Jay-Z. I feel like it's a no-brainer for Jay-Z.
Big Rel been reaching this whole time. This what Big Rel been doing. Look.
First of all, what I'm
saying he's reaching and he's trying to grab something. There's nothing there.
I like to live in the world of hypotheticals, and I'm sorry if that interferes with your realm of facts and data and shit.
You think of Elon Musk?
Sorry if that offends your peace culture, man.
But in my reality, unicorns might be real. Mermaids might live in the ocean.
In your parallel universe?
That's funny.
My little box universe and shit. But I mean, for longevity though, yeah, like I said, Jay-Z's definitely gonna come out the end of this all with like the bigger name because honestly, I haven't heard anyone say Jay-Z's not hip hop. When you say Jay-Z and hip hop in the same sentence, it's never not a good thing.
Mm.
So
Exactly. And he has so many artists that he has brought into it that are still going strong.
yeah,
And that art, like look at J. Cole. He's become. I would say J. Cole is going to be definitely going to be a legend. If he's not labeled as one at this point.
He is a legend already.
well, yeah, let's say, I mean, shit. Kanye, his greatest creation, you know.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Even though we question many things that man does.
I mean,
But hip hop, he's done a great job.
So you brought it up, boy. All right, what's your question?
Many things that Kanye has done outside of hip hop, everything.
What's your question?
No.
you know he's gonna take you down the moral high road. So
Give me one.
Okay, when he
Please give me one.
the Taylor Swift situation, he did not need to do that. He did not.
Why not?
Him being up Donald Trump's butt, he should not be doing that.
I mean, as compared to everybody else, though, I mean, it's just that because he was Kanye, he wasn't expecting to do that.
I think it's like him as an artist, he's phenomenal. You know what I mean? The things that this guy has done in hip hop history, phenomenal. Things that he's done outside of hip hop, it's just like, yeah. His clothing line, yeah, okay. The shoes are dope, but everything else, yeah.
I know we're talking about him too, right? Like, later on, though, it's him and Andre 3000 and shit.
It's gonna be a fun conversation.
So, but no, I think this is a clear round. Fucking Hoagie Bear over there looking like we heard this shit the fuck up.
Listen, I have such a problem with just staying here in a conversation, but I'm here. I'm here. I just feel like it's easy. This is just too easy.
Yeah, it is for me. Yeah, Jay-Z.
Your sons are kings. You bring up Kanye, that means your sons are kings themselves. That you have a dynasty at that point. It's just over.
Definitely.
Fair enough.
It is, man. You can't name one person now did that too. Which is there's no knock at him. It's just that Jay-Z has always been more in tune.
Yeah, he found the cheat code to the rap game and business in one.
It's the same thing with Drake do. Somebody hot, you the top artist, get them on a song, make it go number one. And forever, you're going to keep coasting because that person can gain level of respect. That person has the chance to go up and go big. Once he go big, you do another song with him. It's just it's like the Lil Wayne. Drake is bigger than Lil Wayne at this point. Like anytime Lil Wayne, bro, we need the song. I need to get hot. Let's do it. Easy work. Because he already molded him. He already gave him a song when you wasn't hot. He's going to do the reciprocate. He's going to do the same thing back. So that's what Jay-Z been doing this whole time. Reaching out. Meek Mill did a song with him. Boom. You know what I mean?
Anyone listen to that shit with, what was it, Jay-Z and Jay Electronica?
Part of it.
Did I listen to any of that? Probably not. I heard Jay-Z, like, that was a whole thing with Joe Budden. And he said Jay-Z wiped the floor with him and shit. That was fun for a while.
Yeah,
that was fun.
No, from a business aspect,
let's not bring up business. It just don't even make sense at this point.
It speaks for itself, really, honestly. But all right, so I guess Jay-Z is the winner of this episode.
Yeah, Mr. Reach guy. Look at him. Look disappointed, Chaz. Look at him, Chaz. Look, everybody just staring.
I guess.
Stare at Big Real. Look.
That's funny.
That's cool.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Nas to win too, but sad. Stop.
I guess.
Do not recite that trash right now, okay? Just don't.
If all arounds was hypotheticals, and if Nas did this, he would won.
That's cool. No, stick to your factual data. I don't give a shit. Your Wikipedia knowledge. I don't give a fuck.